Everyone, this is Dr. Slay for Reading 380, and we are now halfway through the course. You are now going to begin Module 3, which has to do with academic language and vocabulary in diverse classrooms. So as you can tell by the title, vocabulary will be the focus of the readings this time and a focus of finishing up one of your lesson plans, and then you will start a second lesson plan from that overview unit that you had already created. So this module provides meaningful activities that you'll explore how teachers can engage students by providing guidance and using instructional strategies that promote reader text interactions. So it also offers learning activities that will foster an understanding of academic language, academic vocabulary, and vocabulary development and instruction in your content areas. So what you're going to find yourself doing this time is, after you see this little video, you will see that our reading this time is different. We're not using the textbook. You will be using some resources that have been provided from the from the library. Vocabulary strategies that work, do this, not that, and language literacy and love. So hopefully you will find those interesting. These will also be used to, I think, as part of your Padlet discussions. You'll continue doing the same Padlets that you have been all along. In just a second, I'll show you how I linked the Padlets to one central place in case that's easier for you. That's totally your choice. It's going to be the same places that you've been going to the whole time. Let's see, what else is there going on in this overview? The other thing that you're going to do in the Padlet is a reflective essay, because as you scroll through, you will see, so we have our discussions, and then you'll have the collaborative performance project. I have met with almost all the groups and have left feedback, and we've talked about your lessons up to this point. And in some cases, there were some revisions that were necessary. I had suggested that you do your revisions right away so that you don't forget them and get them over with while you're completing the lesson plan, but that you wouldn't need to turn it into later. I need to amend those instructions. Do finish revising now, because the next thing you will do in this is to, you're going to read through all these various different steps that are provided for you here, but you're going to see that you're going to complete these yellow sections for the template that you've already started. So if you have to revise your objective, you'll need to revise your objective. If you're changing the time span, this is where you're going to change it. Some of you have to do a little bit of work in your instruction part, where you're the modeling portions and the I do, we do, etc. You are not doing the questions this time, interestingly enough. You will be doing your text-based questions in Module 4. So you've already done your assessments and all of this sort of thing. So if you have any modifications on these grade areas, do those now, and then add your central focus, the ELPS and ELL strategies, and the academic language. I think that you will find some steps in here, like SIOP, for example, addresses your and your ELPS and all of that sort of thing. Everything that you need to finish up the template is in this module here. So you'll want to read that with your collaborative group. Now, the other thing is that we're not meeting this time around. We will meet one last time when you submit everything in at the end of Module 4. But this time around, you're going to write an essay. It's a brief essay, but nevertheless, it is a reflection of what you have been doing so far, and you're going to actually post that on Padlet. So let me show you the Padlet really quick. Let me go back a little bit so I can show you where that is. And let me pull that up really quick. So one of the things that I told you is that I had the very first Padlet that we did was where we talked about where we had your introductions. Well, I created a column for the D2L content Padlets, so you'll see them by number. So you have group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, and I think this one up here is group 1. So they're all in order numerically. So if you choose to go back to this Padlet and you just want to click or read other people's things, you can certainly do that. Otherwise, your Padlets are exactly as they were set up before for each group. So I'll go to history, for example. You will see here's module 3. It's already set up, and you have your discussion leader for module 3A, and you'll have your discussion leader for module 3B. And then this is where you will put your short reflective essay, and you'll post it here. I will be responding to the essays, and your group leaders that you had signed up for down here earlier are going to respond to 3A and 3B discussions. So that takes care of the Padlet business, and this takes care of the, oh, that's module 4. Let's go back to module 3. So this takes care of module 3. You've got readings that are from the library. You have your Padlet, you have your CPP, you're working on vocabulary and filling out the yellow areas, and then creating a second lesson plan. Remember, the second lesson plan relates and connects to the one that you have just done. So it's not something brand new, but it is new in that you're reading the biggest parts that you're going to end up redoing are going to, or doing again, I should say. Here's your template. Is that you have to do the I do, we do, you do, or I do, you do, we do part is going to be unique and different because it's another day of instruction. You might be still working on the same overview. You might still be having the central idea being the central focus is the same, but each of those individual lessons is unique. And then you'll do that again, just heads up, in Unit 4, and then we'll meet again for the last time when you will turn everything in at the end of module 4. So there's your lesson plan to be able to do the second one. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I did send out a second announcement that contains information that I've kind of gleaned from all of our discussions to help you as you think about how you want to revise your lesson plans. And hopefully you'll find that useful. If you do not understand anything that I've said, just let me know. I'm clicking all around and giving you stuff that you probably don't care too much about. I hope you have a very good week and enjoy the rest of this learning. I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.